wired me in ways that was so toxic and unhealthy. It was like, no wonder I fell for a karmic. Like, no wonder. I was molded for a karmic by a karmic, you know? Alrighty. So Luxuria, you're saying you're in separation. This is the first time this has happened. His work's falling apart. No, what's happening? No, that's sad. His world is falling apart. Okay, thank you. Is it normal to go warm to cold without any reason? Genuinely, no. Because everyone's an adult, okay? On a twin flame journey, everyone's an adult. And as an adult, we can communicate. We can express, even if it's an unpleasant feeling or unpleasant experience or situation, we can express, we can communicate that. There is no reason for the DM to not communicate and go cold without a reason. No. So either you need to set the boundaries, Alberta, that hey, I don't like you being hot and cold. If you are experiencing something or something's difficult for you, I would like that communicated. And if you can't communicate, then please don't talk to me. I know it's very hard to say that don't talk to me, because that's all we want as the DF on this journey, but trust me, it works. It works wonders. Your DM has blocked you because you communicated. Good for you. Good for you. If a man blocks you, know you have a lot of power. Just know it and claim it. Yeah. He blocked you because you have a lot of power. You had to do that. She's right. It will be okay. We are in good terms, but sometimes it goes like that. It's also, you'll also like distance yourself. Cool. That's good. If you're on good terms, then there is no reason for him to go cold on you without any reason, you know? I really like this. Lala saying her DMs blocked her because you come in. Good. I really love when a man blocks a woman. Not the crazy ones. Okay, crazy ones deserve to be blocked. I know enough crazy women in my life who deserve to be blocked, not just by men, but by women as well. But the ones who are healthy and then who communicate, and then the man is triggered and then they goes and blocks. Perfect. We are doing something right. Because the energy is sometimes too much. He still watches you on Snapchat. You know it's him. Oof. Oh my god, it's so funny, right? They don't want to tag, but they still want to keep a tab. I think my DM might be able to join on the live in a little bit. That'd be cool. We're still doing bedtime duties and everything. So once that's done, I think we can have like a DM on the call. Thank you, Nick, for the follow. He thinks he's sneaky. Nothing sneaky. Oh, Talia, you want to tell him more about the reading because more stuff. That's amazing. He's gonna be so excited. Hi, Luxuria. So, Luxuria, you're saying you're in separate. Wonder how long this will last for. It's due to 3 karmics in his life. There is no set in stone limit for separation on the journey. If I have to speak from my experience, I would say the separation lasts as long as we need to, as long as we take to heal, to come to a vibration of union. And it depends on, and that time depends on everyone's trauma, everyone's awareness, everyone's healing modalities, and everything. So It really depends on each twin flame couple, how long it takes. The energy goes intense. Sometimes he's direct and open. You're more introverted. You need your space. Alberta, is your Mercury retrograded in your natal chart? It's either that or okay, so I was right. And is your DM a fire sign? Oh my god, it's retrograde in Gemini. Okay, so that explains, because you can still communicate, but you're still introverted. That's Mercury retrograde in Gemini. That's for sure. Start with your own healing. Yes, because he'll mirror. They mirror. Yes. You're also Gemini. Okay, that's cool. Good to know. You're also a Gemini. He's Sagittarius. That's good. That's good. He's intense. Yeah, I mean, based on the whole chart, yeah, that makes sense. Stop thinking about him for union to happen. Yes, luxurious, good point. But you don't have to stop thinking about him by forcing yourself to not think about him. You need to stop thinking by focusing more on yourself and what you do. If he's there in the back of your mind or it's a thought, it's okay. That's healthy. But what's unhealthy is constantly looping and then try and text and talk and do something. All that is not cool. Hi, Maria. I'm not doing reading questions. If you want a consultation or a call with me, then you can book a session with me with the link in my bio. Thank you very much, Alberta. Hi, Maria. All right. You've had to accept that he doesn't leave your... Yes, exactly. It's treated like a radio in the car. Just because a song or radio is playing in the car, you don't stop driving. You still drive, you know. Our focus is still on the road. We are still driving, but the radio or the songs are playing in the background. That's how we take this. It wasn't about detaching from it, but yes. Thank you, Aish, for the follow. Thanks, Maria, for following. You don't bother him, but you do tarot sometimes. So what do you mean you do tarot? Do you get tarot readings? Or do you read yourself using tarot? We feminine need to focus on ourselves. Then they come naturally. Yeah, big time. If they do leave our mind, is it the same for them? If they don't leave our mind, is it the same for them? I don't know. We'll have to ask my DM. I think he'll join us in a little bit. I don't know exactly what time. Maybe like 30 minutes or so. So we should ask them. But for the DMs, it's... I'll leave that for him to talk about. I think that would be better. You're psychic, so you read his energy sometimes to see where you stand. That's cool. That's cool. I think all the DFs are psychic or have some kind of intuitive abilities in a way. All of us. There's no one who is who's devoid of anything. Yeah. For me, I have like a whole ass Cancer stellium. That's how I call it, a whole ass Cancer stellium. That's how I call it, because it's so many placements in Cancer. It's like my third eye is like constantly open, and I have to very much discipline it, how to have the discernment to not constantly read on people. You feel like meeting him unlocked, really unlocked your good. The lead here in we lead in spirituality. That's how you're the same way you told me. Yeah. I was reading people, I was telling them they were gonna have fight with the husband. I still do that, but I don't do as much since the union. It's very much grounded, thanks to the DM. We need grounding, seriously. Yeah. Otherwise, not cool. You became clairaudient. Honestly, your other clairs unlocked too. I'm like, I don't know what I am, but I'm like a whole lot of clairs in one person. Like so many clairs. First audible download. Wow. I used to hear a lot of messages. Actually, first my clairaudience came up when I was in the karmic relationship, the abusive relationship. And I would hear the spirits or whoever entities lived in the house where I and my karmic lived. And that was scary for me the first time, but then I started hearing more messages during my Kundalini awakening. And I was like, this is kind of fun. This is cool. I like this. Yeah, it's like, I'm special. We are all special. And this helps in feeling that we are special. It's never stopped. You're all over the place. After Kundalini, all the abilities enhance. Exactly. For sure, Kundalini is like a major boost to everything in the world. 555, everyone. $255 in your country. That's cool. Meditation. Meditation's the key. How do I stay in union? A lot of meditation, groundedness, awareness, constantly. Like constantly. It takes practice. Union's not like the goal. The goal is to still keep healing. Hey Val, I didn't see you come in. When did you get here? Hey accidental therapist. So Luxuria, to answer your question, the key is to always be aware of what's coming up, not be triggered, and if we are triggered, communicate it and take space or ask for space. Oh, you got here 5 minutes ago. So happy to have you, Al. And everyone else. You can, but it's hard. It depends on him the most. It depends on us too. It's not just the DM that it depends on. It depends on us, because our emotional grounding is what energetically motivates them for the 3D grounding. So we need to be energetically aware, emotionally aware, and spiritually grounded at all times. Like, seriously. You were triggered? Oh. You're doing well. You're fed up with the karmic. I don't blame you. You're fed up with the karmic around you. If you set solid boundaries, Luxuria, with the DM about your trigger with the karmic on his side, and communicate that, and then go in separation, that's healthy. And I encourage it. Even I have done that, because we need that sometimes, like literally, otherwise there's nothing. It is literally the same old story that keeps repeating. Like, if we don't set boundaries, it's the same old story, and it's not worth it. Talia, you're saying you noticed that the separation became frequent for you because you keep anticipating. Exactly. It is hard to not anticipate anything at all, but the more we can be in that energy, the helpful it is. And it takes practice to get there. And like Talia mentioned, I think it was Talia, right? Or was it who? Yeah, it was Talia. Meditation. Meditation is important to stay grounded. Big time. Gratitude says, meditation is a big tool, and having a routine of, hey Virya, alrighty everyone, this is the DM that I've been telling you all about. The DM's here. Virya, Talia is very excited. She wants to tell you something. Her ears were burning. Oh my god. Oh, thank you very much, Virya. You're welcome, Luxuria. So a couple of people had questions for the DM. Hold on, let me see in the back. If they don't, Aish had asked for, if they don't leave our mind, is it the same for them? That was a question somebody had asked. Virya, for you. Explain union in twin flame connection. It's a oneness with ourselves, and some of your comments are filtered, just so you're aware. If I don't see it, if I don't read it, that means I didn't receive it. I respond to all the comments. It's a lot of work, but I love talking to you, and I will never change that. So Val Elvis, union is oneness with ourselves first, and then extending that to another person. Val's asked, explain union and twin flame connection. Somebody else had asked, I don't know if they are still here in the live or not. I see Renee, I see Nick, I see Nova in the back. I haven't greeted you yet. Welcome everyone. Somebody else had asked, Virya, I forget. Do you also think or be obsessed about me? I think that was the question. Like, do you feel obsessive thoughts about me sometimes? influx of twin flames now. Why is there such an influx of twin flames? It's interesting. We need to realize there's not an influx of twin flames. There's a lot of people that are awakening right now. And that is the influx, just in general. And everyone who's awakening is seeing the life or the world before and after. And that is the big difference. And what happens is, we can call twin flame anything else. We can call twin flame like pine trees or anything. But the goal is that everyone's looking for another half of themselves, which comes from a lot of, hi Wendy, a lot of traumatic, abusive conditioning in the past. And that is why we see that a lot of twin flames are influxing, but in reality, very few are actually truly twins. Because unless we heal that conditioning in our head, that there's somebody out there in the world that's gonna complete us, that's gonna keep them in the loop. And we don't wanna feed the loop, we wanna feed ourselves the peace, happiness, and healing we deserve. Welcome, Wendy. Alrighty. Talia's asking, do I think everyone has a twin flame? I think everyone has a twin flame, but I also think not everyone's prepared to do the level of healing to get to their twin flame or even have an awakening to know that they have a twin flame. Virya says, oh, that is what happened to you. You had a huge spiritual awakening, found yourself completely energetically unified. To Metta. Some people call it union, you call it amazing. That's cool. Yeah, it's not easy. You know, reliving or relieving the conditioning from childhood is not easy. It's like literally you're stripping yourself off of all the definitions, all the conditioning placed on us, and creating a blank slate and then going forward from that. He opens up all your traumas. That's giving twin. Thank you very much, Virya, for sharing your experiences. I think it's very helpful for all the DFs here. Thank you, Wendy, for following. Hi, Maya. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Hi, Martha. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit after the bedtime. Will we? Val, good question. Does the Divine Feminine know more about? Heck yes. Okay, this is a notice to all the DFs. We're going to have the DM come in a little bit. So let's hang tight for a bit. All right. Does the Divine Feminine know more about past lives with the twin flames than the Divine Masculine? I don't think so. I think both are equally aware. It's just the matter of time when the DM's gonna know about it. It's usually after the awakenings, not before, because before, DMs have a hard life. Let's just get that clear. Like, they have a hard life because there's so much 3D stuff they're constantly engulfed in that they have no break. It's like literally no break. And so when they are able to detach from that 3D engulfment and go on the other side, in the spiritual awakening, they see there's this whole world that's open to them spiritually and energetically which is nothing like they have known before in their lives. Seriously. Their dark nights intense too. I've seen a couple of dark nights with Virya. It's intense. Do Virya do energy work before meeting you? And you as well? Yes, Virya has done energy work for almost 12 years. And he is an extremely proficient massage therapist, healer, energy worker, Reiki master. He's a Reiki master teacher and a Reiki master practitioner as well. So he's very accomplished. He owned 3 healing spa businesses that were like top of the market in the city that he was in. And he is like top of his class when it comes to DMs. And that's why he's always like rallying these DMs that we need more DMs to talk about this. We need to bring these DMs out of woodwork. Because he's like, if he can go through all that trauma, he'll come to a point where he's confident as the DM and coming in the union and keeping that healing constant. I think all the DMs can do it, because DMs have no help. They have to really find help. They're constantly completely entangled in the 3D stuff. Hi Nat, when your union comes, you're gonna have your DM set up a consultation call with him. Yeah. Yeah. You know, even before the union, just to prepare your DM, it is very helpful, because I have seen Virya's energy and Reiki. It moves people even from far away. Like he'd be doing Reiki somewhere else and then it's moving me somewhere else, literally. And I'm not saying moving me energetically, literally moving me physically. Like, so my arms coming over my head, I'm trying to relieve a blockage in my back. It's like I'm trying to move my back, my neck, and it's the way energy moves in Reiki. That's how Virya moves it. And when I experience it in real time, I'm like, this man is some real SHIT, like a lot. That was very cool. And I was literally tripping. Pretty much. Let me just say that. I was literally tripping. I was like, this is not Reiki, this is a trip. Alrighty, so Luxuria, you say your DM knew you were twins. Cool. And you kept hinting, and he kept hinting to it. You both had the massive kundalini. Wow. Alrighty, so what if the DM communicates again but feels not ready? Do we stay separated? Hi Christina, good question. If he's not ready, he's not ready. There's nothing that's happening. But I think what I will say is, as the DF, you start putting some really, really strong boundaries. Like, hey, if you want to keep talking but you're not ready to be committed or be in a relationship or whatever is that, Christina, you want, then you be clear with them. Like, then, hey, I'm not gonna keep talking to you. I'm not your placeholder. I don't have time for a man who just wants to use me to pass his time. And just end your conversation at that, because hey, you are the DF, you're the freaking prize. Remember that. All of you, all 16 of you, remember, you're the freaking prize, nobody else. So no, if he wants to talk and feels not ready, good. He cannot feel ready by himself. You don't have to be present around him. Alrighty, so that is awesome. Both of you really, we are like so committed in the mission fully, and our basic modality of healing is meditation. We are actually very soon gonna go on a 10-day meditation retreat to just this time we are not gonna sit in silence for 10 days, but we will serve the people who will be sitting in silence. when you're together, we are always in sync. Yeah, we have always talked about knowing each other in past life. That's so cool. Amazing. You need to find more DM mentality, you've been told, but need more education. Work with me, Christina. Work with me, trust me. Before the union, I literally dated to get my head in the DM mentality. It was not even DM mentality, basically. It was more like a very dark divine feminine mentality where I started putting myself very first and respecting myself, and that helped in getting to a place where I felt completely in union with myself, regardless, like literally regardless. Like a man-eater mentality. You need to find more in the DF mentality. Okay, I see that. You corrected yourself. That's fine. Man-eater. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say man-eater, but a little more assertive. That's what we need. A little more assertion. And that's it. And the self-confidence and belief that when I say this or when I put this boundary, whatever I lose is not gonna be a loss, it's gonna be a gain. And that helps in getting there, feeling more confident. For example, I had a huge trauma happen to me when I was in the couple of months before the union, but towards the end of my meditation journey and travel. And people I was with who were meditating with me put me on a spot, judged me, and all kinds of things, and I didn't like it. And they boycotted me. I was by myself and everything. It was a really dark time for me. It was also a time when Pluto was coming back in Capricorn. It was hard, like no shit. So at the moment, I had no help, I had no support, I had no one. So I just stayed quiet and I kept doing what I was doing. But looking back today, I feel like that was so rude of all the people who supposedly meditated and were very high in their meditation practice to treat someone else who's way younger than them in such a bad way. You know? And so I confronted all of them a couple of months ago, and I was like, hey, everything that you did to me was not cool. It only speaks bad about yourself and not about me. Hi, Angali. And that is where I channeled my dark divine feminine energy, and I felt like, you know what? F you all. I don't care. I am amazing. And I'm gonna do it. So you're saying meditation works wonders, Alberta. It's hard for you because of Mercury retrograde, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't work. It works great. You have to just work. Oh, thanks, Angali. Hey, everyone. So Angali is another amazing divine feminine on this journey who works with angels and creates amazing content. Please follow her. And she's here now in our live. Thank you for coming here, Angali. Thank you, Luxuria. Thank you. I'm here. I've went through a lot, but I'm here. Alberta, meditation does work. I have been meditating. Oh, thank you. I've been meditating for the past 20 years or something, and that's one of the things that has brought me so close. You're flatlined in bed, just flew back home. Oh, that's great. How are the kids doing, Gali? I saw your video with your son. That was so cute. That was the cutest thing I saw all there. Very cute. So Alberta, meditation helps. It takes work. Nothing's easy, but when you put the work in, it works. And meditation's the topmost thing that's helped me the great amount of healing. No prescription can, no therapist can, no coach can, nothing can. That's what meditation's done for me. Oh, thank you. You tend to listen lots of mantras in Hindu and Buddhism. Do I meditate once a day, twice a day for an hour or so? And when I was on topmost, for like my top healing practice, or like top healing vibration on Twin Flame Journey, oh my God, I had a full-time job. I was in school full-time and I was meditating full-time, like 5 to 6 hours every day. I don't know how I did that. I have no clue how I did it, but I did all that. Let me show you the place where I was meditating. No shit, one time I sat and I was like, I'm just gonna meditate until I fall asleep. And I was meditating for almost, I don't know, 4 hours or something. So let's see, let me show you where I usually sit when I meditate. Here. Hold on. This is my meditation place. So this is my door, and I close the door. I put a cushion here, and then I just sit there. Oh, thank you everyone. That's sweet. Yeah. I used to host meditation sessions every week with all the DFs. If you want to join, just let me know. It's only $11.11 for one session, so we can all meet and we can start meditating together. And if you like meditating, then we can go from there. It was super amazing. I had a lot of Divine Feminine's parents sit in there last year as well. It was great. And it's okay if it turns into a nap session, that's fine. But when we are meditating with people, we have to meditate. And it takes practice. Nothing comes in one day. Yes, meditating in silence with frequencies, it different or equally helps. That's different. That's very different. I don't put any frequencies. I meditate in silence. That helps in going deep, because that's also a more difficult one, but that helps in going deep completely. You fall asleep in 20-minute meditation. That is so cool. It's hard for you to sit still. You meditate either guided or frequency or dancing. It's fine. Everyone's different. Whatever works for us works for us. But trying is more important. Keep trying. And I'll never stop talking about meditation. I can never stop talking about it, because it's brought me to a place of so much empowerment. So much empowerment. Hi, Jess. Hi, Pixie Dust. I see you in the back. When you cater to yourself and focus on self-love, your DM would always be around you. That's the secret. Never give up. I know. Oh my God. It's like my Capricorn wants to be tired, but it can't, because it's Capricorn. How are you doing, Jess? You have ADHD, so it's hard sometimes, but you work around it too. You work with your twin. You'll trade any of your journeys any day. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jess. That is hard. I hope at least you don't report to each other. Capricorns just love to get things done. Yeah. If parents just laid you off, what? How dare the parents lay off a DF? What in the world? Hi, Lizzie Ann. It's a good thing, but not so good when you all gotta relax a little. I know. I just want to be, I want to be in my Cancer. I want to like not have to worry, be very feminine and like frolic around the park, eat the flowers and pick fruit and like buy makeup and stuff. I'm talking such frivolous things. I never do these, but I just like in my head, that's how I feel my feminine is. And then there's my Capricorn. It's like, no, you have to get things done. This is what needs to be done. And it doesn't help that my DM also has Mars in Capricorn. So it's like we are always like getting things done constantly. Hi Tara. Girly stuff, right? It's important. I got nails done finally after all the months of retrograde. It was beautiful. Everyone saw your connection. His mom was jealous. And he didn't know that they laid you off? The blasphemy of them? What? No. We DFs, we don't take this. I would have showed up next day at work like, hey, I don't work for you. I'm going to talk to my DM and you all don't matter. Would love to see me film them. I would love to create some of the reels for that. You just want to feel like a soft little princess, but in your head it's like, no, do. I do take breaks. I do have to give myself the credit that I do take more naps than before. And I'm in bed quite a bit, like just resting and stuff. But still, it's not enough compared to how much I would need it actually. Hi Starlight. Bye Angali. Oh, you're 3 hours sleep. Get some sleep today. And tell Johnson I said hi. Bye. What brings you here, Starlight? Now to make your brain believe that. I'm so glad you're all having fun. I love this chat. Just listening. We were just chatting, having fun, talking about healing, the DMs and everything, and working with the DMs. My DM was in construction and he was painting at one job one day, and then he came to see me before his work. And then I was like, what are you doing today? He's like, I'm painting. And for some reason, I don't know, my intuition was like, this would be fun. Maybe go with him. I'm like, okay, let me get changed. I'm coming with you. He's like, you're coming with me on my job to paint? I'm like, yeah, is that a problem? He's like, no. I'm like, will anyone mind? He's like, no, I am the boss. So I'm like, then why can't I come? So there am I with my two ponytails, wearing the shorts and my gym t-shirt. I'm painting at my DM's job site. It was the cutest thing ever. And he was like, he was doing his job, but I feel like for him, he was more worried about me doing the job with him than him doing the job. It was very adorable, I feel like. And then after we were done, I used to be at Starbucks for a little bit. I was a Starbucks barista because I was learning my boundaries and be able to assert them and talk to people and call them out and stuff. So Starbucks is like the best place because of all the kinds of weirdos. So I was like, okay, now it's my time to treat you. So we went to Starbucks, and then we got some drinks. I got him some treats and drinks, and I was like, okay, now I'm done. I'm gonna go home. Bye. He's like, you're so weird. So, Ravichka, you're saying you lost your TF, but sometimes you feel like he was your karmic. That's interesting. And I don't know how to say, like, I don't know how can we tell you if it was really a karmic or not. I think we would need to know more of your story before that. And by the way, welcome to the live. We are all just chatting DF stuff and twin flame stuff. So you're at the right place. We love chatting, we love yapping, and we love commenting, we love and everything. Hi Lisa. I'm not doing free readings, my dear. Your twin flame. So, and is Arthur your twin? Hi Jess Callahan. Okay, so I'm not doing readings. However, you're welcome to hang out here, and my DM's joining later, and he does readings, so you're welcome to ask him for a reading. He told you he asked God for his counterpart, and then you showed up. Oh. Ooh, Rovishka, that is cool. Yes, very accurate readings by my DM. Yes. We are going to talk about that. We're going to catch up on a review of the readings, what happened after that. I'm excited, Talia. So Lisa, you're welcome to stay, you're welcome to go, not a problem. But if you stayed, you can ask for a reading from my DM. But if you decide to go, it was good meeting you. I hope you're okay, I hope your journey is okay, and please take care. Does I and my twin have similar abilities? I think so. Very similar. You accidentally scrolled away. We have very similar abilities. I'd say the only difference is the power. So since I'm not masculine, I don't have the power in the hands as much as he does. So like, I can't massage deep like he can. I can massage, but it won't be deep. It will just be like energy work, but not like he does. But for me, my plant medicine program, my shamanic practices or my shamanic energy and guidance, that is top notch. My pregnancy readings are effing top notch. Oh my god, if I have to graph it on a plot, like on a graph, I have been right so many times to know the time of conception for the children I have predicted who are gonna be born. So that's something that's very special. Astrology is something my jam. My twin can't read as deep astrology, or like nothing at all. But I think my astrology knowledge comes mostly from my scientific knowledge. That way I can link the charts and the probabilities of something happening based on what I learn in science. So it's not like a spiritual ability, it's very scientific ability. But yes, to have an interest to learn that does come from spirituality. Alrighty. Rovichka, you're saying when you got together, there were times he needed something, you would come over, he is, and give it to him. That's, wow, that is cool. You would just know about it out of nowhere? Hi Shebe, how are you doing? Hi, I'm blessed. Wow. Having a moon in Virgo is a hard placement to have. Moon in Virgo. It wants to analyze the emotions, and that is the problem. It doesn't want to feel it. And any placement which is moon in Virgo, Capricorn, it doesn't want to feel the emotions. It wants to analyze it. It wants to, Capricorn's like, I want to do something to take care of this problem and not feel this feeling ever again. And so I don't believe in hard and easy placements. I have some really hard placements, but that's beside the point. I just believe in not being able to understand how to work with that placement and to make it easy for you. So if you have a moon in Virgo, if ever anyone has moon in Virgo, don't analyze it. Don't try and sort it out. Feel it, move on. Feel it, move on. How to know if he's your twin? Your gut says yes. How to make sure? My dear starlight, that is your divine feminine power. If your gut says yes, it is a yes. There's no one in the world, not even a God, can ever tell you who's your twin and who's not. Trust your gut. Alright, even though he was just thinking, wow. Hi, I'm blessed. Welcome to the live. And Luxuria has Virgo moon. Yes, you're very analytical. Alberta says she's Scorpio moon. Well, Alberta, you're about to meet my DM who's a Scorpio moon conjunct Pluto. I taught him never to leave out his Pluto away because Pluto is what makes things more intense for him. You have Virgo moon. It helps you perform well in career. That's good. People would even say that you seem to have your own dialect. That is amazing. You know, I think I should maybe develop a dialect with my twin. I'll think about it because we don't speak the same language, right? I mean, we didn't grow up speaking the same languages. And I have an accent. English is not my native language. Lissy, you have moon in Virgo. Okay, that's what you were saying. Cool. Hi, Taylor. Welcome to live. What brings you here? How do you know if twin flame union is near? You wouldn't care for a union. That is how you know you're near union. You would not care for a union. Hey, Virya. Hey, everyone. The DM's here. Yeah, I'm blessed. You're both married to different people? Okay. I was at a time. No, I'm not. I'm glad about it. You came back punching, mentally speaking, so that's why you got confused, okay? Remember when we were talking about Mars going into Leo? You think your Mars placement is Leo. That means you're going through a Mars return. How was December for you? In December, Mars was retrograde in Leo. You've tried so hard to move on, but you live in the same building as your twin. Ooh, that's hard. You keep healing. I don't know if it's truly possible to move on from the twin or not, but you keep moving. You keep moving. Virya, are you ready? May I send you the request to come as a co-host or a guest?